Time. Get your pads and pens ready, listen with your heart and mind, and with that, let the roof down and help me welcome back on stage, Diamond, Ravi and Dr. Priya.
Good. Are you having a good time? Yeah. You want to have a better time? Yeah. Just hold the mic. Some work to do. You have to walk a few steps and come here. That's about it. Are you ready? Yeah. Good. The first thing at the outset, let me just tell you that we are going to speak to you and share with you what we have been practicing. When I use the word practicing, it means we are not perfect. We are still practicing, right? And so if you speak something different from what your upline has spoken to you, please get back to them and check with them before you decide what you need to do. Is that okay for all of us? Right. Now, before I start, we are going to tell you what we need to do in the business, right? That's the purpose of this next 1.5 hours. And we will be sharing this time between both of us and telling what roles we play in the business. But before that, just let me tell you a small thing, When we see a big mountain in front of us, normally it's not the size of the mountain which deters us, It is the small little stones and the mud inside our shoes which will pain. So be willing not to get worked up, because the small little mud and little stones inside your shoes are just temporary inconvenience for us when we're walking the walk in the business. Good. Now, I strongly believe that anything what you do, you must have fun in doing that. We cannot build this business as a chore, as a job. We already have one. So folks, the first message to you is that build this entire business with an element of fun in that. Enjoy building the business. That's what we have done. We never come under pressure. We never pressurize anybody. We took the pressure on ourselves to build the business. Right? Now, there are certain fundamentals in the business. And I'm going to share you the fun we have had with the fundas in the business. That's about it. Very, very simple. When you enjoy the fundamentals of the business, you're going to enjoy building the business. In any endeavor, forget the Amway business. Anywhere. When you look at Sachin Tendulkar, when you look at MS Dhoni, when you look at them playing cricket, they are calm, they are composed, they are leaders, they enjoy what they are doing, and that's why they are where they are today, right? I think each one of us are Dhonis and Tendulkars of our own business. Put yourself in that shoe and you see what they do. Success principles are same anywhere, any endeavor, anywhere in the world. It cannot change. It cannot be different, like the laws of gravity. If I jump from here, I'm going to fall. If you're going to jump from here, you're going to fall. We cannot deny the success principles and the law of gravity which are God designed. So success principle, whether you're building the Amway business or you're building any other business, is going to be the same. Right? So with the first is we realize that very, very soon in the business. The second thing we realized, that's a very, very simple business. Now, simple and not so simple and easy are very difficult words to understand. Now, something simple for somebody will be difficult for somebody else. And the best way to make a simple thing look difficult is not doing it. Understand what I mean? The simplest way of making a simple thing difficult is by not doing it. Then it becomes automatically difficult. So how simple can our business be? Well, I'll show you a small example. Right? There's a factory which manufactures soap, and soap comes inside a box on the outside and soap inside. Right? Now, soap was very successfully being marketed and people were happy having bath with the soap. Now, one fine day a complaint started coming from the field that the boxes are coming empty, there is no soap inside the box. Now that's a major problem. Right? So people were not happy. So the factory, the engineers, and all of them sat together and they had something called a brainstorming session. I still don't know what it means, because I have also sat into several meetings as a corporate executive where I said we maintain the minutes of the meeting. Well, and that means when you maintain the minutes, you're losing the hours, which also I realized very quickly in the business. So in one of those minutes of the meetings, all the engineers got together and we started how to solve this problem. And the company designed a great contraption, a machine, a scanner, with a lot of probes and high-tech stuff, and they kept it where the finished product was coming out, just next to that on the conveyor belt. Now, whenever the soap boxes went empty, the conveyor would blink and make an alarm, and that box would be removed and kept. And it's very simple, no? But they had spent a lot of money, a lot of mind, a lot of thought in designing the whole thing. It was very successful, and there'll be 2 operators sitting there all the time picking out the soap boxes which were empty. Great show, business ran, and they had invested a lot of money, and it was very successfully running, and all the soaps which are going in the market, boxes had soaps inside them. This solved the problem. Now, one day the machine broke down. The soap still had to go to the market. So they were all thinking strongly, how do we repair this? How do we repair this? What else can we do? Alternate things. So everybody was thinking about it very seriously. That time, the man who was not a very complicated man, a very simple man, a janitor, a guy who does all these odd jobs, serves you coffee, tea in the office, he was there. And he asked these guys, what's happening? What's the problem? So they didn't bother about him, but then one of them told him, this is the problem. Well, he said, that's not a problem at all, yeah. You know that man cooler fan, he got and kept it next to the conveyor and switched on the switch and started the conveyor. And all the empty boxes flew away. Such a simple thing. But I told you, we are adults. So what happens to us? We get, in the process, adulterated, like I said before. So so simple thing. Our business is also so simple only. But because of the baggage which we carry, a degree which we carry, the experience which we carry, we make this business complicated. Business is the most simple thing to do. But because of our education background, of our upbringing, of our background, we think doing business is a taboo. Doing business is a risk. Who teaches you? Successful business people. So that you work for them. These equations are very, very simple. There's nothing hidden. They are openly telling you. But we don't understand the open signals. That's the problem with this. So this business is a simple business. It cannot be more simpler than. Whenever you're complicating the business or coming into a situation where you're finding it difficult, think about the soapbox and think about that ordinary guy who was simple, uncomplicated person. That's the first fundamental of the business. That's a simple business. Next, we are in a business where we talk to people. Are we all good speakers and good people who can influence people right from day one? Surely not. Right. But we have to speak to people. So what do you do? Now you have a tree with 100 mangoes and you have a tree with 4 mangoes. If you shake the tree with 4 mangoes, how many mangoes will fall? Maximum? 4. But if you shake the tree with 100 mangoes, how many will fall? Maximum 100. So where are the chances of getting more mangoes? 100. So what should you do? We are in a number business. So you have to talk to more people. You just can't talk to 4 people and say you can build a business. You can't do that. So you just understand that you are shaking your mango tree in your house. That is what you do in the business. Is it difficult to understand that? Now can you shake the mango tree? Simple. Right. Okay. Now what does shaking mean? Shaking means before you shake you have to find out which tree has got mangoes. Right? Good. So for that you have to list down the names of people you know. So first step in the business is that we don't play God in the business. What do I mean by that? See, there is a person who is extremely not a good person. And he does a lot of wrong things in life. And the time of judgment, when he has to go to heaven or the hell, God will decide where he needs to go. Correct? He say, okay, this man you go to hell, this man you go to heaven, like that they decide. When does the God decide? Even if the man lives for 90 years and the 89th year he does something good, God may decide, put this guy in heaven. So when God decides only after a man dies whether to put him in heaven or hell, who are we to decide this guy is going to build the business or not? Oh no, don't say this guy is going to build the business, that guy is not going to build the business. Don't even complicate yourself. Don't act like a god. Be a human being and just write down names of all the people you know. I give you a classic example. Suppose you go to your system, your computer and tell, list down all the employees in the company. What does it do? What does the computer do? It puts on the list of all the people the company has, right? Does it process? Oh, this guy is a vice president, this guy is a general manager, this guy is 80 years old, that guy is 80 kilos in weight, this guy is tall, this guy, does it do processing? Or this guy is intelligent, this guy is not, does it do the processing? No, it's just being a simple machine. It writes down and throws you and gives you a printout of all the names of the people. Can we do that? Can we become a computer for a short while and write down names of all the people we know and without processing? Is it difficult? You bet it is difficult because it's a simple thing to do. And simple things are always difficult. So if we understand simple things are difficult, we will not complicate this issue again. So write down names of all the people we know. Now, I'll tell you my experience. Whenever I go to people's house, most of the people, I don't say all, most of the people have this fear of giving names, of writing down names of people. Because what will that fellow think about me if I go and approach him? Well, I also had this problem. So that's why we lost out some good people. We lost out some good people because we had some very, very good people whom we didn't want to go and talk to. If I write down her name, what will she think about me? That's the first fear I had. I don't know how many of you have that fear. We had that fear. Because of this, we lost some very good people and they joined some other teams. So my request and recommendation and suggestion, whatever you may call it, please write down. What does meaning write down? Take out a notebook, take out a pen and write down. Human beings are intelligent beings. So we will keep everything in the mind. Out of sight is out of mind. So you don't remember all the names. You cannot remember humanly. So write down names of all the people on a notebook. It's the simplest exercise we can do. If somebody is not willing to write down the names, that means there is a challenge there in his thinking, not in knowing the names. He does not want to talk about somebody else about the business because he himself is not convinced that the business is going to work. That's the only reason I have found out. So if any of your downlines is not willing to write down the names, help him. The business is about helping people. So write down the names of all the people you know. Period. There's nothing else in that. Then what do you do after writing down the names? Now, this is a good thing to do. When you write down the names of the people, you have to speak to them. You have to speak to them because that is how you will solicit an inquiry. And the business is all about soliciting inquiries. So when I got started the business for the first time, and when I started building the business, I was a very complicated person, but I didn't know I was complicated. I thought I was a simple person, but I was very complicated. I started using some scripts which are very, very complicated. So I would use some tough words: franchise, network, international business, global opportunity. And all these tough words I started using, and many people got scared. What is this guy talking about? Is it some kind of a scam or something like that? So the next time they will not even meet me. So I was using tough words in my entire contacting and inviting script. We were losing people. But I used one beautiful book called Launching Your Future. Now this book comes in a Brit kit. Now there are two kinds of people who join the business, and we have to respect all the people. The first person who joins the business wants to be a consumer. Respect him. We need consumers. We don't build business by recruiting people. We build the business by doing three things. Yes, recruiting people, helping people to retail and make some money, and retain people back with you. Three things in the business, 3 R's of a business: recruit, help them to retail, and retain them. Right? So there are two kinds of people who will join us. The first set of people are who just want to use the products. So I think we should respect. And if you push down the system into them or tell them to build the business, they will resist. They will buy products for some time, then they'll avoid buying from us and they'll buy it from somebody else. Give them time to grow. Show them your success. Everybody wants to make money. And when they join your business, they will wait for you to grow and lead them how friendly you are, and then they'll join the business. The other kind of people are there, people who want to make money. They're very clear when they come to the business. Lead them correctly. I strongly recommend that you take the system, help of Brit Worldwide system, and give them something called a Brit Kit. Now, Brit Kit is very, very comprehensive. It's got some success profiles. It's got some steps to do from legends in the business. It's got some beautiful books which help them to get convinced about the business, and gives them a book called Launching Your Future. Now, this Brit Kit is a tool which we need to use to our business. Will it tell you everything? Now, if you open the book and read Launching Your Future, it also tells you techniques, how you can help people to build lists of names. Please use it effectively. And I have learned everything, every single thing on the 4 basics of the business is only from the Launching Your Future. Of course, our plans are there, the system was there, everything is good. But, the best is people say, don't learn from your mistake, learn from others' mistake, and learn from others. All this is okay. But I feel the best teacher is going and working it yourself. Go, do it, do something. It's better to do something wrong than being sitting idle. We have done a lot of wrong things. In between, something went right. We didn't try to do the right thing every time. It's not possible. You understand that? No, every time it's not possible. But we kept doing things. Many of them were wrong things we did. We didn't do perfect list building. We didn't do perfect contacting, innovating. But we kept doing it. And somewhere down the line, we met so many people. Somebody liked us. That's about it. We don't need the whole world to love you. You need 6 people to like you to go diamond. 6 people who want to be with you. 6 people who want to grow with you. That's about it. So, when you contact, invite, make it simple and respect them for the purpose of their joining the business. Right? When somebody wants to network the business, somebody wants to make it a business which is going to give them some money, start them with a Brit Kit. Very, very simple. Now, people will resist. Yes, people will resist. People resist anything. That's a very normal thing. You are paid in the business. In the Amway business, we are paid to lead people. Now let me tell you one thing. Everybody sitting in this room today, if you have one person with you, you are a leader. That's how it starts. You cannot have a team of 100 people in your business. You have one and then you get one more person. And you get paid in Amway to lead him, to make him profitable, to make him do the right things, for which you should be prepared. I was thinking all the time that I'll fix this person and make him. We can't fix anybody here. I can fix only myself. But I can be a perfect example for my downline who comes and joins me. For me, I'm telling you folks, for me, if somebody joins me personally, it's an obligation, it's an honor, it's a privilege, it's a commitment, it's a responsibility for me. I work with him. I work with him so closely, so dearly, that he loves me for the rest of his life. That he trusts me. I take it as a responsibility, just because when we sponsor somebody. And we teach our team, when you sponsor somebody, to take responsibility for the team. So when you do the first and second step, contacting, inviting is a very simple term. It means contact and invite. You please check the dictionary what it means. We have a tendency to go beyond that. If we can restrict to contact, inviting, and freezing the appointments, the job is half done. I'm telling you, the job is half done. Normally what happens, I'll give you some examples. We also tell people, when you freeze an appointment means 3 things. Fix the time, fix the venue, fix the date. That's what is called freezing the appointment. If 3 things are not there, if there's something missing in these 3 things, there is a possibility that we will miss the appointment. And the 4th thing, if you can do, is take a landmark. Because when you do the 3rd step, show the plan, it'll become search the party. We'll be keeping on searching where the guy's house is. So you can avoid all that thing by getting the right landmark so that you can go and approach him. And once you have frozen the appointment, let's say for example, you freeze the appointment. Saturday morning, I am coming to your house. Right? At 10 o'clock. Done deal? I have never called up on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock and call my friend and say, look, I'm starting from my house. Can I come to your house now? Will you be there? I have never done that right from day one. Because I am committed to my business and I expect that person to be committed. Even if that place is 40 kilometers away from my house, I will drive down to that place, meet that person. If he's there, good for him. If he's not there, he's known my commitment. Because I would have told him in my contact inviting, look, Vinay, for instance, Vinay, if there's any change in program, please call me back. I have never called him. So I would suggest that it's okay, we are in business, so we have to invest. When I land up in Vinay's house and Vinay is not there, at least I am clear in my mind. Had I called Vinay at 9 o'clock in the morning, Vinay, I am coming to your house, Billy is there. Vinay will be sitting, drinking coffee in his house. This is my thought process. Vinay is sitting on a Saturday morning, enjoying the newspaper, looking at the television and drinking a coffee, and he's telling me, Ravi, I am not here, I have gone outside. How many of you get this feeling? We all. Why do you think negative? So I never give a benefit of doubt. He is not in home. If I go to his house, he is genuinely not there. No, I am happy he is genuinely not there. And I leave my visiting card there. Tell Vinay I was here as our appointment was fixed. Please call me back when you are free. He knows my commitment. People are looking for people who have commitment. It's going to be difficult for me to go to Vinay's house all the way? It is. Will I be doing it? Yes, because I took a choice to build the business. If there's an option of doing an easy thing and the right thing, I will do the right thing. And there's a decision which I took personally. So can we take the decision? Right. So when we are going to go and meet and show the plan can be shown any which way. I don't remember my upline showing too many plans for me. They showed 1 or 2 home plans they did for us. I don't remember much. After I took charge of my business. Does it mean you should not show plans for your downline? You should show. Maybe 1 or 2. If somebody is damn good, don't even show that to him. There are smart people. I'm telling you, we come among a lot of smart people and we are overbearing. We do more than what they need to get. So be very shrewd, be smart, situations will be different. You decide, you take a call how to go about showing the plan. Well, there are a couple of ways to show the plan for new people. One, you fix an appointment, go to their home and show the plan. Talking about Amway, talking about Petrolway, talking about a line of sponsorship, showing them some photographs and coming back, showing some products and coming back. Simple. Should not be more than 30-40 minutes. I don't think it should take more than that. Because people lose attention. You remember your school days and college days. Why the periods are for 40 minutes, 30 minutes? People lose their attention span after that. So the quicker the plan, the bigger the success. Restrict it to that. That's one way. The second way is to invite your friends to your home. I am doing a home plan. The third way is to do an open meeting. I know people have been successful showing plans on bus tickets and tissue papers and paper napkins and all that. That's great, but that's once in a while. Be well prepared when you go to do a plan. You should be well equipped and ask your upline how you need to be well equipped to show the plan. It's very, very important. Because that's when the person sitting in front of you knows that this guy is committed. Right? And the most unfortunate thing, before I open my mouth, you see how I look. Right? If I am shabbily dressed and I am not well turned out, you won't even care what I speak. Are you looking like a businessman? Are you looking well equipped to be a businessman, to go to somebody's house and meet them and let them know that you're serious about the business? It calls for a little discipline. Yes. Because you are projecting yourself of a man who is a successful businessman. Or you are projecting yourself of a man who is connected to some successful business people. Now, when you are new in the business, apparently you are not successful yet. But don't forget that you are connected to some of the most successful people building the Amway business. You can always tell them, look, I have a friend of mine. He's extremely successful in the Amway business. I am partnering with him. You're building up your credibility. So when you are new in the business, don't feel ashamed to take support of some of the most successful people in the Amway business. That's how you go, and when you go and show the plan yourself. Learn to show the plan yourself. I have learned one thing, because the person sitting on the other side, everybody says, I know Amway. Everybody says, I know Bill Gates. Everybody says, I know Microsoft. Everybody says, I know Dell Computers. Right? Everybody knows everything about everybody. But they don't know anything about themselves. That they have a dream inside them. They want to make money. They want to be successful in life. That's not there. People don't know that. So when you show the plan, if you can show that with passion to them and tell them, look here buddy, you can be successful, you can be rich, you can be wealthy, you can be happy, show the plan there. He must see your conviction when you're showing the plan. There are many techniques to show the plan. I think more important than technique is with what passion you're showing. Are you looking into the eye of the guy and talking about the plan? Is your body reflecting the plan? It will not happen from plan 1 onwards. It is not supposed to happen. The last ball Dhoni hit a 6 in this World Cup. Oh, that was a culmination of years of experience which he could do it with such ease. It has not happened overnight. So you will also become like that one day. Are you doing enough of it? Are you doing enough of list building? Are you doing enough contacting, inviting? Are you going and showing enough plans? That's it. It's a number game. You just can't go wrong in the business. I strongly believe that this is the best business opportunity. We cannot go wrong in the business because businesses are meant for you to succeed. And this is like any other business. It's not different from any other business. Right. The fourth thing in the business is that we have to do a follow-up. Now, And this is where people are waiting for you to show them that you can lead them. That's all. Sometimes you are capable of leading them yourself, or sometimes you lead them to Bit Worldwide. Sometimes you lead them to the upline. Are you leading them? Business pays you not for having immense knowledge about the Amway business, not showing the perfect plan, not able to do a perfect talk, not able to talk with a mic in your hand. No. Amway doesn't pay you for all that thing. Amway pays you for a simple reason. Are you willing to go and show that man that, look, come with me, join with me, I can make you successful? That's what is follow up and follow through. Don't cheapen the business. Hey, it's only $9.95. Why don't you pay, man? Don't even cheapen the business. I believe that if you have got 400 people in your business and each of them have invested $9.95 and got in the business, 400 to 1,000 is how much? How much? That's the investment. That's the investment. Why do you want to cheapen your business? It's a great business opportunity. Because the entry cost is low, don't cheapen the business. Because the business was meant with the purpose of giving everybody an equal opportunity. They didn't do it. Had they jacked up the price, you have to invest about 10 lakhs rupees to become an Amway distributor. I think it would have been more serious. Right? So folks, when you are doing a follow-up and there will be objections. There will be objections. There will be objections because people like to object. It's not that they are intelligently thinking and objecting. After 3 or 4 objections, they will run dry. They'll have no objection. Maximum 3-4 objections. Products are expensive. One guy, doctor couple, he's a chartered accountant, went to the house and he said, I don't have money to get started now. I told him, something's wrong in your house. Husband, wife, professionals, if you don't have 4,400 rupees, you better do something about it. And he didn't like it. But I didn't know I was doing the wrong thing. But I was talking the right thing. Went back next week for another follow-up. I said, beg, borrow, steal, get into the business. He hated me for that. He said, how can this guy talk to me like this? He didn't tell me that. I went for a depth, no. Then that guy, he joined the business, he's platinum in the business now. See, we didn't do everything perfectly. We didn't do follow perfectly. We did a lot of goof-ups here and there, everywhere. Obnoxious. Because that's the baggage I was carrying, a corporate baggage which I was carrying with me. Then I learned that doesn't help. Oh, very, very strong follow-ups I used to do. And then I realized people don't want to listen to the truth sometimes. They don't want to know that you have to tell them they don't need the money. They need the money. They don't want to listen it from they don't want to hear it from us. So be a little polite. If they say anything, nobody wins an argument. And I have never lost an argument now. Because I never argue. I learned this trick in the business, Don't argue. If they say products are expensive, yes. Should I come for the meeting? Not necessary. You can come and see. If you like, you come. Do I have to catch people? I'm very, very polite. If I don't, you come and check it out. How many people you have to catch? Whatever they object, I have stopped answering them. People come to a meeting like that, they forget catching, they forget product is expensive, they have a dream when they come here. And their dream triggers them and they want to become rich. They want to become happier in life. So the 4 steps and the 4 basics, we enjoy doing them. We have fun, man. Sometimes I have gone to show a plan. We went from a big road, it went become a small road. We go inside. Then a small road become a smaller road. The smaller road become a mud road. That mud road took us to a hill. I'm asking my downline, hey, where are we? There was a house there last week when I came, it's not there now. And suddenly we see there's a big temple and a lot of people are coming out of the temple. I said, where are we? Are we in Tamil Nadu or are we outside Tamil Nadu now? That person says, oh no, I don't know where we are. I said, can we go back? He said, I have forgotten the way. We have had all kind of experiences, but we ran the mile. And that person was also found us platinum. We went wherever the road took us. And the tires have become punctured. We have been stuck up in rain for hours together while showing the plan. We knew there was work to be done. We were not ashamed. We were not afraid of doing work because I had done that for many years for somebody else. I chose to do it for myself. That's the only difference. Folks, this 4 basics is simple. It's not complicated. Let's not complicate this at all. Right? And between me and Priya, we work in tandem. We work together. There are a lot of things she does, a lot of things I do. A lot of things I don't do, she does. A lot of things she does not do, I do. But there's no work which is not done, which is left undone. We cover each other so well. We build this as a team. We enjoy this building as a team. She used to count up to 32. I started counting beyond 32 for all our years. But today we count together 6. And now we are counting beyond 6. Even now we are meeting people. That's the easiest thing to do. Meeting people is the easiest thing to do in the business. Because everybody is looking for making money. Every single person who wants to make money. Do you realize that somebody is waiting outside to make money? Do you realize that somebody wants to make money? Can't you be a messenger? Can't you go and meet them and tell them, look folks, I have something which can help you to build the business. Can you go and tell them? What is he going to tell you? Yes? No? What is it? Anything else they can tell you? Is anybody new here for the first time? A lot of people, I'm sure. If they say yes, congratulations. If they say what is it? Come, I'll come and show you what is it. We'll meet, fix up an appointment over a cup of tea or a coffee. If he says no, don't worry. I'll tell you why. Can you all say no to me? All of you together? what happens to me? Have I changed? No. For me, no is like a blind man coming and stamping my foot and going. Do I find fault with if a blind man puts his leg on my leg and walks away? Do I feel bad about it? I just put my hand on his shoulder and say, come, let's cross the road. He's a blind man. If somebody says no to you for the business, he's blind. Because he does not know the business. So don't get worked up. Build good friendships with him. And one day when he sees you driving a bigger car, living in a bigger home, having good international holidays like you've been having, he'll say, let me come and join you. Wait for that. Be patient. This business is a business of being patient. Now listen to her. She's got amazing things to share with you. And we'll get back and tell you that how you build a team and how you maintain a team after that. So here's Priya.
Thank you, Ravi. So having fun with the fundas, is it? Good. So then let me tell you what has been my part in the business so far, and basically talking to the new people who get started. And the first thing we do, in some surge of excitement, we sign the business and upline comes home, or the person who sponsored you comes home. Between that time and the time you got started, there are a million questions in your mind. Oh, why did I do this? Is this for me? Am I doing the right thing? Will this work for me? How can I get out of this? And I'm so confused. And let me just tell you that you're entering what is called the honeymoon period of your business. When we get married, if it's an arranged marriage or a marriage that you have chosen out of love, after tying the knot, you're so confused and you're scared. You don't know what's going to come. And I remember the first 3 months, or more maybe, I did everything my in-laws told me to do. And I did everything Ravi told me to do. I was so wanting to please him. And I was so wanting to do the right things. I never asked him why. So I suggest, if you haven't done that in your marriage, please do it in this business. It works. You just don't question. You just do what they ask you to do. So they will come over and tell you what you need to do. I suggest, what I did at this point in time was very frank with the people who helped me build the business. I told them that I'm not too sure, these products are the right thing for me. I don't know why. I'm very happy with my products. Why should I buy a different product? I'm very happy with the shampoo I'm using. Why should I change the shampoo? And very beautifully my upline told me, see, Amway is a business and they don't have retail stores. They appoint you and me to do their retail. That's why you have to use the products. That made sense to me. I said, good, if I have to take up this business and I want to make money out of this, I have to learn to move the product. And to move the products from person to person, I need to know about the products. And that's when I said, okay, good, let me learn how to do the products. I learned about dilution. And there was this funny thing inside me, and I spent 400 or 500 rupees buying a product. And then I said, no, I don't want that 45 rupees investment of that pour and measure cap to use the product correctly. Why should I buy that dilution bottle? We have enough bottles at home, you see. But you know what? Before Ravi said, what? What is the price of the product? Product. Before that fourth product came, my product was over. And then he said, again you're going to buy? Then I said, okay, let me try this time with the dilution bottle. And he said, what, again? And by the time he said, again. The product was still there and there and there. So you see, it's all about echo, You use the products with the right dilutions and the right sales aid, you're never going to make a mistake, and you're going to have a happy customer and a happy mother-in-law. She'll know that these products work and they last for so long, and you're not wasting your son's money, her son's money. And I said, okay, let me do it the right way. So you will have this doubt sometimes, why should I spend this extra thing to buy this? Use the product. Please do it. You will do a great job of using the product and selling it too. So when you get started and you started using the product, now you've seen the upline a couple of times. See, this business is all about building faith in people, You go through this circle of know you, like you, and trust you. So the first time they meet you, they know you, they say, okay, fine. They may like you, may not like you. But when you come into their home, teach them to use the product the right way, they like you. That's about it. Now you create excitement in people, or people trust you only if you do two things. One is to create excitement. Make them feel happy, and either you're joking, laughing, and people want to be around you. The second thing that gets them to trust you is when you start helping them make money. When you make them profitable, they like you, they trust you. And for that you need to do some work. What I normally do is, if you work with people and they resist, they say, no, we don't know anybody, I can't talk like you, and I'm very happy, I just want to use the products. And no, just leave me, no, I don't want to call anybody. All my neighbors are all working, they're all not wanting to do anything. You come across a lot of situations. Basically, they're trying to say, God, I'm scared, please help me. But what happens is, most often you listen to these things and say, God, again they're complaining. And then you say, move. It works very well to watch, listen, and above all, help. Go there and sit with them and say, it's actually when I also got started, I was so scared to talk to people. I didn't want to sell products, and I actually had an image of me carrying 2 heavy bags in my hand with products and products in the car, and I thought I was going door to door selling, and I hated that image. Do you ever get that image? And I ask her that. She'll say, yeah, but I'm so scared. I don't want to do all this now. And I tell her, you know what, you have a neighbor. Do you have her number? Just give me her number. Just call. And with great reluctance, she may call. And then I take the phone and say, hi, is this Mala? Hi, I'm your friend Geeta's friend. My name is Dr. Priya, and in fact, Geeta and her husband have started a new business, and I'm actually giving you an invitation to come and bless them because they're inaugurating their new business. Can you come on Wednesday at 8:30? Or Wednesday at 8, between 8 and 8:30, we are having a small inauguration of their business. Will you come and help them get started? Will you come and bless them? We need your wishes. What is she going to say? Definitely I'll come. Hey, Geeta never told me. And then Geeta will slowly pick up courage and says, good, this even I can do. And together I sit with her and help her go through these phone calls. And we set up a date where we do what is called a grand opening. Sometimes the word grand opening is so grand that it frightens people. So you just say, you're just going to have an opening of your business. And on that day, I'm the most active person. I don't go there at 8. I go there at 7. I set up the table. I get the snacks organized. I do everything, keep them ready and hold their hands and joke with them so that they're not looking at the clock and the door and wondering why nobody turned up. And distract them, and before they know, the first person comes in. But remember, always see to it that you invite twice the number of people that you actually can hold in your home. And once that entire meeting is done, you build friendship with the people who have come. And what will happen in that session? They'll say, Arey, Amway, I know about it. I'm already using the product. Oh, this my uncle took and they didn't do it, and all sorts of questions. So you just smile and keep doing your work. You talk a little about the business, you show the products, you show a couple of demos that will keep them open mouthed, and by the end of it all, they'll say, oh, I didn't know this Amway. I didn't know it was this. And then one person will say, maybe it is an aunt of this girl. And she said, I'm already buying the paste. You itself give me. And it's not about getting 100 PV there. It's about getting 2 or 3 orders for them to make them feel that this business is workable. And help them get an order. And then they will trust you and have a good time, and they know that now you really want to help them. Maybe lead them to a couple of more demos. Say we'll do a kids talk. This kids range is amazing. It really makes people want to do something about it. So have a kids talk, have a health talk, have a skin care session, and go through a whole lot of things. I want to tell you about something that personally happened to me. In my rally session, I was telling you that I became a dentist by looking at one really beautiful woman. I met her at a wedding 2 months back. And she saw me and she said, hey Priya, what is it that you're doing that you're looking younger day by day? Tell me, no? I was saying, my God, my dream come true. And I said, sure, I'll come. I want to tell you. Can you give me half an hour? I'll come and show you what I do. She said, yeah, please come. So, I've moved a full circle. Dreams come true. So all you need to do is keep working at it little by little and help this new person set up a customer base. When I say customer base, it's not a ledger. It's about few people who call them every alternate month and say, hey, I want a paste, I want a shampoo. I heard that the protein is very good. Will it really help my family? And you go with them and help them ask that leading question. They're scared. Remember when you asked that guest of this friend of yours, would you like to try something? Can I help you pick up this? Or can I order this for you? And help them face that situation. Either they say yes, then collect the order and tell them this is what it's going to cost you. and see to it that the deal is done smoothly. If they say no, they say no problem. Keep this brochure. We'll always come back to you and talk about something else and build a friendship. So be with them and lead them to help them build a small retail business with a group of customers. Now this person is willing to trust you. At that time, I tell them, you know what? You've now gone 6% and we're having this function where they're going to clap for all the new people. You don't have to go to stage and talk and all that. But you know how it is? When children perform well in the school day function, we go and clap for them. I want to do that for you. Will you come with me? And I hold their hand and bring them to the first meeting. And that is the acid test, whether they like it or not. 99% when they come there is something inside them that happens. And they say, good. And they go on stage and actually pick up the mic and say their name. And you clap for them. And then you say, wow, you were so good. And then the next day they call you and say, I fixed an appointment. Will you come with me? It's such an amazing feeling. But sometimes they come there and they say, no, I don't know. My husband will not let me. My family will not let me. I am single. How will I do it? There will be so many questions. In the process of building this friendship and building this business, some of your questions will be answered. Many will be unanswered. Not answered at all. You will not get an answer. But I guarantee you, you will have fun. Building relationships is a process that happens with this. So from the time a person gets started to the time they start working the business, you're building relationship with them, not by saying, oh, today I'm going to build a relationship, so I'm going to pick up the phone and talk to them. No, it's a process that happens along with the sign-up. From the day the sign-up happens. So you're watching, listening, and you're helping. And there you go, you have a great friendship. Always, I believe, listen to what they're not saying. Sometimes they seem to say a whole lot of things, but that's not what they actually mean. You're paid in this business to build a cohesive team. You need a team that is not going to produce super volume 1 month. There is a catalog and yay, here's my volume going up. No, that's a yo-yo business. So what you're working at is building a strong, permanent and solid business. And for that you need a cohesive team. And the cohesive team comes because you lend a hand, you pat a shoulder, you hug this lady, you sit with her in-laws and you tell her how important her role is to help this woman or this couple to work the business. You work with them, you travel the miles, you sit with them in the hospital, you look after the child, you give an advice here and there. And above all, when they tell you, I'm not able to do this every day, I tell them, look, we are not machines. We can't do the same exciting work every day. Have a balance in your life. It's about life. It's not about doing PV every day. It's not about sponsoring people every day. Have a balance in your life. We are not expecting machines. We want human people. The days you don't have an appointment, sit back, enjoy yourself. Spend time with your husband. When is the last time when he came back home that you asked him, did you have a good day, honey? Was it a bad day at work? Let's build our future. We don't have to go back to work. Give them some dream to work with. That's the role of the woman. That goes to keeping a cohesive team and keeping your team together. You have one united team. You just watch how they attract people like magnets, and that team will grow so big and will hit you to the top. The next role that we play is when the husband and wife are building the business together, what is your role? Now I must tell you, confess to you people, when we got started and Ravi got actively involved in the business, I knew a little more about the business than him because I was working it ahead of time. And in my mind, I always had this, I know it all, so it's okay, you are the man, so you have to show the plan kind of a thing. I realized that I should not be a police woman for my husband. I shouldn't police his activities. Instead, I say, awesome, Ravi, next time I'm not going to say anything at all. You're going to be doing the plan. And kept building his image and not pulling him down. I realized God has put a husband and wife team together with a purpose. He knows you have X good qualities and he knows he has Y good qualities. The X and Y go together. So instead of looking at the bad qualities in X and bad qualities in Y and putting that together, why don't you put your strengths together and work together and build yourself up? And that's what Ravi and I did. But it took a whole lot of working on. I had to learn to keep my mouth shut when I wanted to say things the most. And somehow Ravi would know it, It's that body language. He'll say, did I do something wrong? I say, no, Ravi, what amazing. Make him feel like a king so that he can make you the queen and let you spend all the money Amway gives you. And But what my role is in the husband and wife team is, I don't wait for him to do the basics all the time. I believe that I have a role to play too. I believe women warm up to women so quickly that you can just quickly pick up a contract, So parallelly, I build a list, I show the plan, I do follow-ups, I bring up sign-ups. Parallelly, Ravi also does a lot of retail. So it's not a woman's domain to do retail and man's domain to show the plan. But we can both do both things, and you work with the power of 4 and work very, very fast. And last, I wanted to tell you what I did in my journey from emerald to diamond. What were the changes that I made in the process of going diamond. This home team, everybody would come and say the home team is tight, and the husband's role and the woman's role, and you'd work together. And we kind of got the end. Like Ravi said, we got lucky 3 times, and we worked hard and went emerald. But after Founders Emerald, I realized there was something that was not going right. And every time Ravi would say, okay, this is what we'll do this. And I'll say, okay, we'll do this. But in my mind, I'm thinking, why is he saying to do the same thing? I wish we'll do something else. And the effort that I would do in that activity was 50%. And what I thought needed to be done, I would put another 50%. So ultimately, I got nothing out of it. Then I realized this word submission, you don't have to be in submission by action. You have to be in submission by thought from inside. And when I made that small little change, I felt, God, this business is so easy, and the results just started piling on. And I felt, if I had done this 2 years earlier, we would have gone diamond ahead of time. I lost so much of money. And Ravi was too surprised to see the change. He said, what happened? And I realized that the submission is such a word that only you know the meaning of. And you know it deep inside you. Are you really submitted to the cause of going diamond? If you're not, you're only going round in circles. And I made that change, and it made a huge difference to us. The second change that I made was the power of spoken words. I spoke that we were the best home team. I spoke that Ravi was the best speaker on the Brit Worldwide stage. And Ravi and I together spoke that 2010 Jawaharlal Nehru Indoor Stadium is ours. And you know what happened? 2010 Jawaharlal Nehru Indoor Stadium was ours, and we were recognized as brand new diamonds. I would like to speak what I feel today sitting here with this absolutely amazing audience, that we're going to get the maximum diamonds in the next 3 years from this organization sitting here today. There's no doubt about it. I can see this excitement. I can sense that feeling that we're going to break the maximum diamonds here. And why? You know what's going to happen? Because we spoke it. And I'm speaking it without an iota of disbelief. I believe from the bottom of my heart that maximum diamonds are going to break out from this organization sitting here. And it's a done deal. These were the 2 small changes that I made that helped me build this business to diamondship. And the last and the most important thing that I felt is the presence and the need of an upline. Somewhere down the line, we always feel, okay, I know it all. I know what to do. I know it better than my upline. In our mind, that deep recesses of your mind. But I'm telling you, we've never needed our upline more than we did when we went from emerald to diamond. That communication and that tight team that we have with our uplines is a blessing for us. It's unimaginable how God gives you these mentors in your life, that they cover your blind spots, they cover your bad, they cover everything, and they are with you, holding your hands and telling you, you can do it. I'm eternally grateful for our uplines for believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. Thank you so much. And that's when you need them most, And that's it. That's been my small part in the business. I love building this business. I love going out and building our dream and building the business. But what I love most is building this man next to me. He's an amazing human being. There is no gray area for Ravi. There's only right and there is wrong. There is no in between. Even if it's my birthday, if I do something wrong, it is wrong. And I'm so glad. Internally, I have fought that so many times. So why is he always finding fault with me? It took me some time to learn that by doing that, he's only brought out the best in me. And I thank Ravi for being what he is and for bringing out the best in me and the best in the team. And thank you for what he is, because of which he stands so tall in front of you, not by his height, God-given height, but because of what he does and how he leads the team. So over to Ravi.
Thanks, Priya. First thing is, that whatever I am talking here is not something which is very, very profound, but something which we found when we were building the business. And I realized very soon when we got started the business that when people would ask me, which I would take offense to, was, what is your dream? Well, I would take tremendous offense to that. I said, why should he know what my dream is? Who? My wife has not asked me. My children have not asked me. My bosses never asked me. Nobody asked me. But one fine, my upline comes and asks me, what's your dream? Why do you want to build the business? And I didn't like it. I thought dream was very, very personal. So she would want to put up the dream on the refrigerator. And you must put the dream on the refrigerator. I put it in the deep freezer. Then she said, okay, I am not putting, let me try doing it with my downline. Let me ask him what is his dream. So I went and showed the plan, what his dreams are. And he told me his dreams. I said, why don't you put it on your refrigerator? He said, that is a dream for me. I have to buy one. Then I realized you don't only have to put it in the refrigerator, you can put it anywhere. Put on it. Why they say refrigerator? Because everybody can see, and kitchen, everybody keeps going to the kitchen, dining hall. We spend most of our time. Don't put it in bedroom because we sleep and we dream of different things when you're sleeping. So better put it when you're awake, when you're in the kitchen. So I never understood why we should put up dream, because they were resisting it all the time. But then she used to put up the dream and keep it inside the cupboard so that nobody would see it. I mean, first of all, I should not see it. Then nobody should see it. But she would open her cupboard and watch it every day, and God was watching it. It took us some time to build the business because not enough people were watching that and laughing at us. So if more number of people look at your dreams and laugh at you, the bigger you're going to build the business. So be bold and put whatever you want. Even if it looks silly and crazy, put it on your board. Put it on wherever people can see in your house. When they come into your house, they should see that if you have a nice thing, I'm going to become a millionaire. If you put that, your friends are going to not like you because they are not going to become one. And they don't want you to become one too. So people don't like you growing any which way. I mean, just give you a small example. If you go and tell your colleague next day you're going to become his boss, he's not going to come and sit next to you next time. They don't like it. Nobody likes other people growing. So if you put some big dreams on the board, two things will happen. Somebody will run away from you, good riddance. And somebody will say, are you really going to become a millionaire? I also want to become one. Can you take me with you? They will be minority. They will not be majority. They will be minority. But then it's a good way to tell people that you're going somewhere in life. So put up your dreams. Initially, probably it was not the dream which was motivating me to build the business. Probably it was more of a nightmare which was making me build the business. Because I used to work very hard and very long hours. Very, very long hours. My employers would take the best out of me because I was willing to give it to them for a salary. So they would extract, your employers are very good in extracting the best out of you. They are very good. They're designed, they're built, they're tailor-made to do that because we are good people and we work. The mere fact that, congratulations to each one of you, the mere fact that you're differentiated and you come inside and sitting here and listening to us talk is that itself you're different from the people outside who don't have any dreams. At least you have a hope, you have a dream that you want to do something better in life. Well, I also found out, before I used to think, that's very expensive car. It costs 30 lakhs, can I buy it? How many of you think when you look at a 30, 40 lakh car, you think it's expensive? How many of you think? Yeah, most of us think like that. When you see a big home in a very, very nice locality, that house is so expensive, can I ever buy that? You think that when you see some beautiful jewelry on somebody's neck and you say, that's very expensive, can I buy that? You all feel like that? I don't even feel like that, man. The most expensive thing what I found out in my life are negative people. You cannot afford to have a negative friend or a negative person sitting next to you because he's going to kill you. And if I see a negative person, I move out. I don't stay with me because not only he's negative, he's going to make me negative. I never stay with negative people. I shake hands and I wash my hands. I always carry a sanitizer with me. I have it here. I don't know who I'm going to meet. And if I meet somebody says, negative, I feel is negative, quickly I'll do that. When I shall know that. Today I have not washed my hands. Because you're all positive people. Congratulations. Good. So remember, it's not the expensive cars or the expensive jewelry or expensive holidays. They are not at all expensive. It's your next door neighbor, your brother-in-law, sometimes your brother, sister, your very, very close friend. They will not let you become successful in life. Beware. They don't say they are negative here. That's the most unfortunate thing. Our business is like snake and ladder. How many of you have played snake and ladder? Yeah? When you come to a ladder, you climb up. And then somebody waiting for you like a snake. And they'll do on you and you come down. Sometimes to ground zero, no? There are people outside. Only thing it is not written snake here. But there are ladders where you know which are ladders. There's people like you. Where you uplift and give them a ladder to the dream. Right? So we are in a snake and ladder business. Amway business is a snake and ladder. And any Brit meeting is a ladder. Outside the Brit meeting, when you find negative people, they are snakes. But they don't call themselves that. But if you go out and you find somebody negative, oh man, put your diets again. Go and show the next person. You find a winner. You get a ladder, will take you to your dreams. This is a business of snake and ladder only. Well, I also sometimes, have problem. I'm a human being. I also become negative sometimes. And I was a very imperfect person I am. One day I went to show a plant with a new friend of mine who just joined. He was a brand new 6%er. Brand new 6%er. Excited person. He was more excited than me. And I was a platinum, I think. And I went and showed a plant for him. And we went to show to a president of a company, a big shipping company in Chennai. And he invited me to his office. He said, businesses we'll discuss only in the office. I don't discuss businesses at home. And you understand the corporate world. So I had to go. But normally I avoid going. I went and showed him the plan. He saw the whole plan. And then I told about Dr. Hollywood. I talked about so many other people in the business, some eminent people who are building the business. And he said, this business is not for me. And that led into an argument. Because I thought that business was for him. And that led into an argument, and I started arguing with me. My follow-up and follow-through was so perfect that I lost the battle. Sometimes when you do the right things, you lose it. You're not supposed to do always the right things. Because when he says he doesn't want it, I should not trust it on him. But I didn't know that. My friend sitting next to me, brand new 6%er, who's a platinum today, was excited. Very excited. And he was talking more sense than me. And finally, he still said no. And he said, good sir, have a good day. And we started walking back. When I was going back, he called me and asked me, Ravi, I have only one question. This guy has got excited, now he's going to sign up. So I was just looking for an application form. Get him signed up. He said, I just have one question. This friend sitting next to you, and all the people who build Amway business are talking so passionately about the business. What is it? Then I didn't know how to answer this question. Because nobody has asked me this question, this objection. Why people are excited? So I was just waiting to answer to him. Then he asked me one more question. He saved me asking the second question. That's why we say, when you ask a question, don't ask another question. Wait for the answer. Now I know why it is. He saved me by asking another question. Only wish I could train my sales automation force, my sales force to talk like the person who came next to you. I'll build the biggest shipping industry. I knew the answer. I knew the answer for the first, second, and any question he's going to ask. I said, with due respect, sir, do you really want to know the answer? He said, yes. I said, you can never do it. You cannot make your sales automation force or your sales force to talk like the man who's talked just now, even though he's a 9%er, a beginner, a rookie in the business, just making $1,000 because he owns that $1,000. And your people don't own the shipping company. He's the owner of a business, and that guy is working for your business. You can never do it. That is why we guys talk with so much of passion. I would have never talked about my employment, about my profession with the kind of passion I have today because I didn't own them. I can only talk passionately about the things I own. My wife, my home, my children, my profession, my business. That's mine. We cannot talk passionately about things which you don't own. Can anybody do that? I can challenge anybody. Nobody can do that. But I won't give you the mic today. You can't do that. So I learnt a lesson. And I asked him, man, how are you so passionate? Downline. He said, I do the 9 core steps. Wow, I knew the secret to the business, that you have to do your 9 core step to be passionate about the business. And that's what I'm going to share with you. Because nobody in the world will teach you how to be excited. Nobody in the world will teach you how to be successful. Nobody in the world will teach you how to excite and get people and build a team. This business, any business, a business of building teams. Forget it. Life is not a solo act, folks. Individual brilliance, geniuses have never become wealthy. Very rare. But an ordinary man has become wealthy. Why? Okay, can you understand? Seldom you will find genius who are wealthy. They will invent something good. They'll do something good for the society. We need genius people sitting among us who do some brilliant things for us and make our life easy. But it's an ordinary man who becomes wealthy, who creates wealth. I wish to be an ordinary man and I wish to create wealth, and I'm looking for ordinary people. And this 9 core step will make you a person who will be lovable, likable, respected by all your team and the people you meet if you do this. Sometimes, before I come to the 9 core step, sometimes when the business was not doing well, I will go and talk to my uplines. Hey, nothing is happening, man. What to do, man? So my uplines are smart guys, yeah. The best uplines I've got. He quickly tell me, Ravi, do you know the 9 core steps? I said, of course I know them. Can you rate yourself on them? Now there's a catch here. Can you rate yourself on 9 core step? You write down 9 core steps on a 0 to 10 and send me a mail. Smart guys, your uplines are smart. So when he asked me to rate myself, I rated myself. I put 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. All the 9 I put 9 out of 10. My upline told me, you're telling lies. If you're 9 out of 10, you would have shifted to the next level. So there's something wrong. So after 6 months when the business was not doing well, I became smarter than my upline, I thought. I put 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10. He said, now you know why your business is not growing? So your upline is very smart, he's smarter than you. Then I realized, unless I do my 9-core step, unless I fix myself to do the 9-core step, I cannot fix or influence somebody else to do the 9-core step. Simple, man. For you to become a multi-millionaire in the business, they all ask you to take 9 steps. That's it. Nothing more than that. Wow, what a business. And we resist those 9 steps. We are willing to work million steps and not to be successful. Like a honeybee. You know what does a honeybee do? A honeybee visits 2 million flowers to gather 500 milligram of honey. Are you willing to work smart? This 9-core step is all about working smart. I'm not going to spend a lot of time telling you what the 9-core steps are. I'm going to influence you today positively to go back home and think that you have to do the 9-core steps yourself before you tell your downlines to do it. And they're very simple. The most exciting steps of the 9-core steps which I imbibed was tapes, books and functions. Folks, I'm a function of function. Today I stand in front of you because I have promoted function like nobody's business. I congratulate each one of you who are listening to us for the first time here, because somebody has got you here today. So I want to congratulate the person who got you here to listen to us today, because he has promoted a function. I would resist functions. The first function I thought, some of you may not like what you have seen here today. That's okay. Even I didn't like the first time I went to a function like this. I walked out. I said, Priya, these guys are crazy on stage. But I come from a corporate world and I'm not used to this kind of excitement. I'm not used to speakers speak like this. I'm a guy who wouldn't know how to clap. A corporate doesn't teach you how to clap. They won't, because you're not supposed to applaud somebody else's success. Simple. The rules of the games are very, very simple. You are not supposed to go and congratulate or get excited somebody gets promoted. But here we promote that. First time when I saw, it was not meeting me. I was not getting acclimatized to the whole situation. I was not getting excited to the event. But that's okay. I kept coming back twice, thrice, and once I got excited. So God knows when you're going to get excited. Don't make this your last meeting if you're here for the first time. Come back. Keep coming back. One day the bell will ring somewhere for you and you'll become a diamond. Right? Good. So people, when I came to a function like this, people said, you have to take a decision. I told you that. And I used to get very irritated. Every time they would tell, we made a decision. I said, I'm also making a decision. What's happening to me? But I realized one thing. The day I prioritized building my business, things started happening. People started watching me. People started seeing me. My downlines started respecting me. My downlines started doing what I was doing. So I prioritized the Amway business. Now, forget this. Anywhere in life, what are you prioritizing? Question, ask yourself. Ask yourself this question. What is your priority today? Going back and working tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock is your office your priority? Congratulations. You're working 10 million minutes in your life. Congratulations, that's good. But are you going to put up your dream and work for 2 million minutes in your hours and become wealthy, rich? Congratulations. What's your priority? My priority was very, very clear. I want to build my business, my empire. I want to help people to grow and build their business. I want to be in a position to help and influence people to look at a business opportunity positively. That happened in a function like this. I saw some brilliant people coming on stage and talk. And I got my children into the business. And I made them sit. For all boys who are 20 and 22, 23 years old today, their role models and heroes are the diamonds of the Amway business. And they're amazed. They are excited about the future. Functions will change you. What is a function? Even if I have one new person coming and sitting in my house and talking to me, it's a function for me. I have learned this, folks. I have learned this, and I want you to learn today that if you are able to bring a person here and make him sit here, battle is won. One at a time, we'll get convinced that this is the right business to do. Promote. Kumar used to say that the best thing he does is bring people and make them sit in the open meeting. Open meeting is another wonderful place where you can bring people and show people that there's an opportunity. So whether it's a base meeting, whether it's a team meeting, whether it's a BBS, whether it's a summer conference, whether it's an FED, from day one we have been recording how many people came. Did we improve? Did we get one more new person in this space meeting? Did we get one more new person into the team meeting? Did I get one more new person to the BBS? Did we get 10 more people in a team? We are fanatic about numbers. We understood that numbers game. Numbers don't lie. Numbers never have lied in any businesses. So numbers will not lie in our business. Are we putting the effort and bringing people? Because many a times I have learned from my friends that downlines, that person asked me to buy a Brit kit to get started. Why you didn't give me a Brit kit when I started? Arey Baba, this is what I've been telling you for the last 6 months. You didn't listen to me, and somebody from the stage came and spoke, you heard him. You know what I'm going to tell you? Third party, sometimes your people will not agree with what you say, but they will agree with from somebody else. It's very, very important to bring people here on the stage. See these. Tips. Oh, we have done enough work to make people listen. You know, we even taught people how to put the plug, how to put the tape, and how to put the button on. Demonstration we have done. Product demo. And some people will tell me, oh, my tape recorder is not working. No problem. I will drive 15 kilometers, go to their house, take such a big tape recorder, and I had tied up with a mechanic. I said, repair this and give me. He will repair and give me. I will go back to his house, put the tape, put the plug, put it on, make him listen to it. And that mechanic will charge me 300-400 rupees. I will collect the money from the downline also. I give him the CD free, but I will not repair the tape recorder free for him. I put the tape, and he listened, and he got excited. Brand new silver this year. I have done that for many people. Then people thought I have a side business of repairing tape recorders. You know how people, oh, this guy, you give him, and then people start calling me, I have a tape recorder. Who quit the business? I have got a tape recorder, can you repair me? I forget it, man. I will only do for people who want to grow in life. You see, you have to do something to make people listen to the tape. We also heard that if you give 100 CDs in your organization, you have a platinum. I was willing to give. Before that, I was going and collecting. Oh, I gave him 2 CDs, I gave him 3 CDs, I gave him 2. One day, both of us will take the car and go everywhere, spend some 500 rupees of petrol to bring 5 CDs back. You understand what a wasteful event of time? What has gone is gone. Right? So we have invested heavily in education in the business. Education is the key, man. Your company sends you, your organization sends you for education. Why? So the company makes more money. Understand? You are being educated by your organization, sent to seminars for whom? For you or for the company? But here we ask you for whom? For you. You are investing your money. Tapes, functions, books. Oh my God, I was under pressure to read books. The last book I read was when I passed out of the college. After that, I've been only reading manuals. Tough, man. You have to read the manual because they give you salary. So, we used to have team meetings and we used to get some people coming and talking on stage. I used to be inspired. If my downline 9% fellow is talking better than me. How? I went and asked, hey, kya karta hai? What do you do? I read books. And he's quoting from books and I am not able to quote from books. My God, at least in front of my downline I should look as if I am reading. No? But he should not think, oh, my upline doesn't read and he's gone platinum. So I was under pressure. You understand? I work when there is pressure on me. So my downline started putting pressure on me by reading books. And what books? They were reading great books, man. They were talking so profound things. Hey, where did he pick up this from? He said, one of my downlines once said, you are known by the company you avoid. Arey, wow, this is something new. I thought you are known by the company you keep. I said, where did you pick this up? He said, from that book. I was under tremendous pressure to perform by reading books. Somehow I made up my mind, my God, gone is gone. Let me read with the books at least now. So I started reading books. So it didn't come naturally to me. See, reading, listening and hearing from other people, getting yarn from other people was the last thing I was willing to do. But I wanted to become a millionaire. I want to become rich. I want to become wealthy. I want to become free. So I was forced. So if you're getting forced to do those things, get forced, man. It's okay. Anyway, you're getting pressurized and forced to do so many other things in life. Then, just said you have to be teachable. I know everything, man. What somebody's going to tell me. Our teachability is to talk to people and teach them. But folks, unless you do it yourself and teach people, see, I had to understand that what I don't know, I don't know. And what I don't know is much less than what I know. So these things were always, I thought I knew everything in the world. But what I know in the world, what's happening, I think is micro, milli 1.0000000%. But what I don't know is so much, I was not willing to learn. Slowly, but I wanted to become a millionaire. I wanted to become wealthy, so I was willing to learn. So this will come. Slowly, at some point of time, the turning point will come. When it will come, we don't know. That's why we ask you to keep coming back here. So accountability, teachability, and third thing, communication. You know how important communication is? If you see in the backwaters of Kerala or mid-sea in Arabian Ocean, we'll have fishermen talking on the mobile. Hey, there's a fish here. There's a lot of fish here. Why don't you come here? The fisherman using mobile. The other day I saw in Chennai, one beggar was using the phone. Hey, there's a traffic jam here. Come here. Arey Baba, that business model also needs a mobile. So we have to communicate to grow our business. No. But I'm a business. Why should I communicate? I know everything, man. You have to learn to communicate with your downline and upline. It's a must now. How you communicate, all that is different. I am just telling you why you need to communicate. Because you're in business and no business can happen without communication. Period. There's nothing else. How do you communicate? Why do you communicate? Technologies, everything is there today. High-tech communication is there. They have the best of the best mobile phones. But they don't know that they should call their uplines and talk to them. Because upline is the only person who can help you to build the business, whether you like it or you don't like it. Upline is lifeline in the business. Are you communicating enough with your upline? Sometimes it becomes very difficult. Is it difficult for a downline to communicate to an upline or an upline to a downline? Sometimes upline finds it very difficult to communicate to your downline because there are too many of you. So you have to take up the responsibility of communicating to your upline. If you do all these 9 core steps, when you do all these 9 core steps, and when you do the 4 basics, and when you have a dream in front of you, I'm telling you, knock, diamond ship is on your doorstep. But you need to fix a date and a goal for that. I'm done. You need to fix a goal and a date for that. Now, if you just have a nice refrigerator, Ravi and Priya going diamond, and don't put a date under that, it's not going to happen. Because dream plus date is a goal. Now, when I talk about goal, let me just wind up telling this to you. We used to play soccer, football in college, 7-a-side, floodlit, just like IPL. There was so much of excitement in the air. And there were 9 hostels. Each hostel used to give 6 teams, 54 teams. And we used to have a league going on the night. The match will start at 8 o'clock in the night and get over at 12:31 in the night. And we used to have leagues. It was a final match. We were in the final year. And there were the pre-final years. It was a final between 2 wings match. And it was going on. And we were leading. I still remember in 1981, we guys were leading. And these guys didn't like what was happening halfway through. In college, we have a lot of cycles, and cycles also have cycle chains. Cycle chains can be used for various purposes. You guys know in the hostels where all it is used. So we used to use cycle chain. It's very easy to use a cycle chain for other purposes, other than driving your bicycle. So, suddenly, one day what happened, we were playing the match, and there was blackout. We could not do the floodlit tournament. So the finals match. Some people had removed the cycle chain, and the conductors, while live wire is going on top of it, they threw it on top of it. What happens? Live conductors, and you put a cycle chain on top of it, don't try it. Blackout. No power. No power. So match had to be abandoned. But by the time you get somebody to repair it, it's not very easy. It was a blackout. Next day early morning we get up and see. It used to be called the Pearl Cup. Next day morning we get up and see the goal post is missing. Somebody has removed the axe and cut the goal post and removed the goal post. That day the tournament could not happen. That year the tournament could not happen. That tournament was abandoned because there was no goal fixed. What about our life? Do we have a goal or we have a floating goal? You can't build a business with a floating goal for. You need to have a goal. So if you have everything in position, and if your goal is there, I think Diamondship is just around the corner for each one of you sitting here. Just make it happen for yourself. With that, we are done. But I would like to thank a lot of people here. I hope I'm able to pronounce the names correctly. Leaders who will show you how to build a business. Founders Platinum, Shabir and Ahmed, Zubida, Indrajit Bushri, Subramaniam and Shobha. Please give them a warm round of applause. Krishna Swami and Vijay Lakshmi, Shantini and Sundar, Prabhakar and Alamelu, Alok and Maheshwari, Sapphires, Ravi and Janaki, Peter and Agnes, and Emeralds, Vishnath and Sheila, Dr. Karthi and Dr. Gauri, and Vinay and Shalini. Nice talking to you. I hope you guys had a good time. Wish you good luck and go Diamond. Back to the host.
While the techniques and approaches suggested may have worked for others, no one can guarantee that they will work for you. We hope, however, that the ideas presented here will assist you in developing a strong and profitable business. This product has been produced independently of Amway Corporation. Purchase of this product is optional and subject to the refund policy described in your purchase agreement for business support materials. Purchase of future business tools can be discontinued at any time.